Algebra 2, set 24, fractional equations and overlapping triangles. So we've seen equations that look like this, where you have decimals, and the way that you make it simpler is you just multiply everything by 100 to get rid of the decimals. So the equation becomes 3x plus 2 equals 20, or 3x equals 18, so that you can solve and find x equals 6. It makes it a lot easier. So we're going to use a similar approach to equations that have fractions. And so when you have equations that have fractions, you're going to multiply every numerator by the least common multiple of the denominators. So we'll do some examples. Solve 4.5x minus 3/5 is equal to negative 1 1/4. So the first thing you need to do is write all of the fractions in improper form. So you have 9/2 x minus 3/5 equals negative 5/4. And then we want to find the least common multiple of 2, 5, and 4. We find that that's 20. So we'll multiply every term by 20. And then we can cancel. So 2 goes into 20 10 times. 5 goes into 20, and 10 times 9x is going to be 90x. 5 goes into 20 4 times, and 4 times 3 is 12, so it's minus 12. And 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times negative 5 is negative 25. Now the equation is much easier to solve. We add 12 to both sides, so we get 90x equals negative 13, and divide by 90, so x is equal to negative 13 over 90. Okay, we'll do another example. Solve 4x plus 2 over 5 minus 3/2 equals 1/3. So we look at the denominator. The least common multiple of 5, 2, and 3 is going to be 30. So we'll multiply every term by 30. So in the first part, we'll cancel. 5 goes into 30 6 times. So we get 24x plus 12. The second term, 2 goes into 30 15 times. Negative 15 times 3 is negative 45. And then the last one, 3 goes into 30 10 times, so it's equal to 10. Now we can solve. 24x is equal to, or 24x minus 33 equals 10. So 24x equals 43. X equals 43 over 24. Okay, so we'll do another example. 3x over 2 plus 8 minus 4x over 7 equals 3. The least common multiple of 2 and 7 is 14. So we'll multiply every term by 14 and then cancel. So 2 goes into 14 7 times, so we get 21x. 7 goes into 14 2 times, so we get 16 minus 8x. And 3 times 14 is 42. 21x minus 8x is 13x. And 42 minus 16 is 26. So when we divide both sides by 13, we find that x equals 2. Okay, so when we talk about overlapping triangles, a lot of times you'll have a problem that looks like this, and you can see that there really are two similar triangles in this case, because angle B is similar to angle D, or is equal to angle D, and angle A is equal to itself, because angle A is part of triangle ABC, but it's also part of ADE. So we know that both of those triangles are going to be similar triangles, and so we can solve using proportions. So we'll do a couple of problems like that. Find x and y. So the first thing we want to do with this triangle is split it up into two triangles. It's always helpful to split it up into two triangles and draw the two triangles so you know what you're dealing with. So our first triangle is going to be the small one with 4, 7, and 9. And then the larger triangle, you have to be careful. You want to make sure that you are adding those sides. So we have 7 plus x, we have y, and we have 6 plus 4, which is 10. So when we set up the proportional sides, we know 4 goes with 10, 7 goes with 7 plus x, and 9 goes with y. So now we'll take a pair and solve using proportions. So 4/10 is equal to 7 over 7 plus x. We'll cross multiply. 4 times 7 plus x is equal to 70. Distribute the 4. So 28 plus 4x equals 70. 4x is equal to 42. So x is equal to 42 fourths. That's the same as x equal to 21 halves. Now we'll use our second pair. 4 tenths is equal to 9y. Cross multiplying, we get 4y equals 90, so y equals 90 fourths, or 45 halves. Now you could solve this problem using a scale factor instead of proportions. So just really quick, we'll talk about how you would use scale factor. We know that 4 times a scale factor would give us 10, so the scale factor is going to be 10 fourths or 5 halves. So the way that you would solve that is we would take 7 times 5 halves, and we get 35 halves, but you have to be careful because that is going to be equal to 7 plus x. So if 35 halves equals 7 plus x, we have to subtract 7, so 21 halves is actually equal to x. Using the scale factor with 9 times 5 halves gives us 45 halves, and that's a simple solution.